working for you. Fox 2 News at 6 starts now.
We're hearing at least 2 people are hurt after an early Easter morning shooting that happened in Clinton Township. Hello and welcome to the HD Show. I'm Dave Spencer.
And I'm Hilary Golston. Fox 2's Camila Mary has been working this story tonight. She joins us live with what we know thus far. Camille, sad situation on an Easter Sunday.
Yeah, definitely a very sad situation. Now, Clinton Township Police not releasing any information right now until tomorrow morning. Hopefully they'll be putting out a press release, they say. But let's take a look at some video and let's talk about what we do know. So this happened this morning off Joy at Trillium Court, an apartment complex, Clement Place, I believe is what it's called. 2 teenagers, brothers, we believe, shot. Right now, police say that the suspects, they're still looking for them. This was quite an active scene earlier today, and we did get a chance, one of our crews out there earlier today did get a chance to talk to the grandmother of the victims. Take a listen.
And you say there's another crime scene?
Yeah, over there, where the shooting started. But how can my grandson shoot somebody if they ain't got no gun? What you gonna do, shoot him with your finger? But somebody over there had a gun and shot my grandkids. I got the call saying my grandson was shot. And we put him in the car and took him to the hospital. And while I was on my way to the hospital, I was on the phone with 911 too.
So we went back out there this afternoon, and Macomb County Sheriff's deputies were there. You can see in the video. I talked to them. I asked them if they could give us any information. They said no, it's actually Clinton Township Police's crime scene. We're not sure why Macomb County Sheriffs were there, but obviously a lot to investigate, a reason why they were out there. There's also a tow truck out there that was getting ready to tow a vehicle when we were out there. So we do know that those 2 teenagers are expected to be okay. Grandma said they are expected to survive, but still a very scary situation altogether. Reporting live in Clinton Township, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Camille, this is a tough one because police obviously aren't sharing much about their investigation, and other investigators who are out there also aren't talking to you, so you're having to kind of rely on what witnesses are saying there. Is there anything else they could share about what they saw or anything firsthand that they witnessed?
Well, Grandma was talking about how, like I said, you heard there that there was 2 different scenes, but what led up to this, the teenagers, of course, believed to be victims and suspects as well, but of course that's just preliminary information. Grandma said this actually dated back a couple days ago, so this sounds like this may have been an ongoing situation and it may have just culminated today. Hilary?
Yeah, Camila Mary live for us tonight. Thank you so much.
A tough situation for several families in Farmington Hills spending Easter looking for a new place to stay after a fire ripped through their apartments. One Fox 2 viewer sending us this video that you're seeing right there showing smoke billowing across the sky. And you can see the aftermath now, boarded up windows in a badly damaged building. This happened just before midnight, we're told, at the Botsword Place Terrace Apartments. That's near Corwell Health Farmington Hills Hospital. Thankfully, no one was hurt. One witness says 8 to 10 apartments are affected, though. We'll be hearing about that scary experience tonight at 10.
We want to give you a follow-up on a story we first brought you last week. A woman from New Baltimore says she was just driving along on her way to work when her windshield was shattered by a water jug.
Yeah, she tells us it was random and unprovoked. She's sharing her story with Fox 2, hoping to catch the person responsible and to warn others.
Why? Just why would you do this? It makes no sense.
A bruised and battered Cheryl Rabine is waiting for repairs to her minivan, which is now covered with a yellow crash wrap at a Chrysler dealer. Confused, angry, and injured.
Yes, I had just glass all over my face and my eyes and blood. And
she says on Friday she was on her way to work, driving down 23 Mile near Card Road in Macomb Township.
Another vehicle was coming up, and he kind of erratically got into the turning lane. And I thought it was odd because in the area there was no place, subdivision, no business or whatever to turn into.
It was around 4:45 in the morning when she noticed the driver of another vehicle had its window down and was holding something out his window.
And it just all happened so fast. It hit my windshield and the windshield, blew in and had glass. I was covered with glass. Liquid, at the time, I didn't know what it was.
She says that was a water jug, the impact of which shattered the glass, injuring her face and her eyes. Somehow, she managed to pull over into a nearby subdivision and call 911.
It was dark at the time, so that's all I could see, and everything happened so fast.
However, she wasn't able to relay much information to police. The victim in this case says it was likely a dark-colored truck, and she's hoping that someone watching right now may know something about the crime and could call in a tip to the Macomb County Sheriff's Office.
Dozens of Ukrainians celebrating Easter outside a church that was struck from the air. Now they're able to get a break from the fighting during an apparent ceasefire between the two countries. However, both sides are accusing the other of violating the temporary truce and claim that attacks are still continuing. Now, the ceasefire is supposed to last until midnight. Ukrainian officials are offering to extend it for 30 days. And Pope Francis greeting thousands of the faithful gathered at the Vatican to celebrate Easter. Fox's Madison Scarpino has more on the Pope's first major public appearance since his long stint in the hospital.
Pope Francis giving an Easter blessing to thousands of people in St. Peter's Square as he continues recovering from a weeks-long battle with double pneumonia. Later, the 88-year-old pontiff greeted crowds from the Pope Mobile for the first time since his hospitalization in February.
It's very great for me to see him, and I felt a bit emotional seeing him.
I'm really grateful to be here right now. I know it's a really wonderful opportunity to be in Vatican City.
It marks the Holy Father's biggest appearance since he was discharged from Rome's Gemelli Hospital last month. He is still unable to speak for long periods of time and is undergoing therapy to help regain his voice. On Sunday, an archbishop read the Pope's traditional Easter message. In it, he called for peace in Ukraine and Gaza.
I appeal to the warring parties, call ceasefire, release the hostages, and come to the aid of a starving people that aspires to a future of peace.
Earlier, Francis briefly met with Vice President J.D. Vance.
I know you've not been feeling great, but it's good to see you in better health.
The two have been at odds over the Trump administration's immigration policies. In a recent letter to U.S. bishops, the Pope warned the forceful removal of migrants from the country, quote, will end badly. While in Rome, the vice president also met with other top Vatican officials and the Italian prime minister. I'm Madison Scarpino, Fox News.
All right, here at home, the weather's kind of been hopping back and forth between warm and cold. A little cooler today, but saw a lot of sun, so that was great too. Not too bad overall by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, and that look at downtown Detroit, certainly beautiful out there. And a lot of people who went to Easter Sunday, I think, greeted by relatively fair skies.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it was a quiet Easter. We've had rainy Easters, we've had snowy Easters, but today was quiet with a mix of sun and clouds. You can clearly see our next weather system is wrapping up here in Kansas, parts of Missouri, seeing some heavy storms. Those will be lifting into Iowa this evening. We're right on the fringe of these thicker clouds, so clouds will increase over the course of the next 4 to 6 hours, but the showers that are coming our way are going to be late tonight into tomorrow morning. There are a couple of showers close to Grand Rapids right now. There are some showers over Lake Michigan, but notice they're all moving off to the north and northeast. So around Fort Wayne, around Toledo, it's quiet. Detroit up into the thumb. Quiet weather as well for the rest of your Sunday evening. How about live pictures from the Mackinac Bridge? 39 degrees there, a bit cooler up around the bridge with mostly cloudy skies. How about the almanac for us today? 58 degrees, the high side, 42 the low. So when you look at the averages, pretty close to where we should be for this time of April. There are the records, 82 and 20 on the low side. Sunset tonight in about 2 hours, 8:21. So enjoy a pretty nice evening. 54 Mount Clemens, 55 in Howe, 52 there in Monroe. It is a bit cooler in Port Huron. Parts of St. Clair County getting that flow off of Lake Huron, and you can see that with this depiction, that northeasterly flow. Most of us are dealing with a breeze from the east and southeast. That's going to pick up tomorrow in advance of our next low pressure area. Right now, 56 here, 45 in Traverse City, 52 in Muskegon, down to our south and west, 55 degrees. Hillsdale, Michigan, where are the warm spots? Look at New Orleans and Orlando. Atlanta, 81 degrees. It's easy to see that push of warmer air coming up to the Ohio River. It's not going to get a lot further than that. So tomorrow we'll have some showers in the morning, and I'll show you why. Low pressure moves from Iowa into the UP over the next 12 to 24 hours. That will drag that cold front through. And then we have a quiet pattern of weather Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So remember, last week we had some chilly days. This week coming up, it looks a bit nicer, more spring-like. For the rest of tonight, cloudy, showers likely after midnight, and those showers will last into Monday morning. It's going to be breezy around here Monday, but look at that. Late in the afternoon, we'll be up close to 70 degrees. How about the 7-day forecast? Temperatures looking pretty nice. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, another area of low pressure swings through Friday with some more showers. How about a full check of those numbers tonight at 10? Hilary, Dave, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Rich. We appreciate that. Well, as we know, Easter celebrations have been happening all across Metro Detroit today, and even for people who aren't particularly religious, it's an opportunity to spend some time with family and your friends.
Yeah, one top destination locally, and it's typically known for apple cider and donuts. They're getting in on the action, not only today, but really all summer long. Fox 2's Ingrid Kelly has more from Blake's Orchard.
Easter spells spring at Blake's.
This is our second year here for Blake's. I think last year was our first year, and we just thought it was such a great idea to be able to come here with the family.
Families gathering for brunch to celebrate Resurrection Sunday with all the flavors Blake's is known for and so much more.
So we're here at Blake's Backyard, which is a little bit different from our main location in Armada. As you can see around me, it's a full working market. You can get hosting gifts, wine, hard cider, of course your cider mill treats that everybody enjoys and loves. We're also a full greenhouse as well, so if you're looking for trees and plants, we've got that too.
And speaking of plants and flowers, Blake's in Bloom kicks off in May. You can pick flowers, create an arrangement, and take plenty of pictures.
Wanted to mention our Blake's in Bloom event that we're going to be having next in May. So last fall we went out and we planted over 100,000 tulip bulbs.
Oh my goodness.
And they're all coming up. They're all beautifully ready to, almost ready to go. We also have our apple blossom tour that's going to be coinciding at the same time.
And you can't think about Easter without thinking about spring and summer. And here at Blake's, they have a number of activities for your kids as the weather heats up.
We have our Appleseed Camp here at Blake's. So it's a 3-day summer experience where kids get to unplug, explore the outdoors, and learn about farming with hands-on experiences.
You can also meet Puddles and Henry at summer camp.
We also have our Funland grand opening on May 10th, and we actually have a farm comedy show taking place inside of our Funlands.
To learn more about these opportunities, go to fox2detroit.com. In Almont, Ingrid Kelly, Fox 2 News.
We'll have more of that duck on fox2detroit.com too.
Adorable.
Indeed. This weekend's been hopping with all different Easter events going on. Thousands of people gathered Saturday at Canterbury Village in Windshield Township to see the annual helicopter egg drop.
Yeah, and even more eggs were dropped from the sky. 60,000, in fact, rained down, and kids of all ages had the chance to exchange them for prizes. Yes, we're going to get the egg puns in for you, many and often. Fox 2's Scott Wolchek has that story.
It's like it's raining eggs from the sky.
The eggs are dropping and the kids are hopping, ready to go.
Magic happens and eggs rain from the sky.
There's something about a helicopter and dropping stuff from it. People go crazy. The kids love it.
So much so that thousands of kids are gathering at Canterbury Village in Windshield Township for an egg extravaganza, where more than 60,000 colorful eggs are falling from this helicopter flown by expert pilot Ben Tong.
It's a blast watching just the kids run out like a super frenzy right in the middle, grabbing the eggs, and they can trade them out for candy and prizes. So it's a really heartwarming, great event. So.
Aside from the helicopter egg drop, the village is decked out in all things Easter, from real-life bunnies and colorful characters to huge Alice in Wonderland displays, and the shops are themed too.
Alice in Wonderland themed rabbits, that's right up our alley here at Down the Rabbit Hole.
You can even have a tea party with the Mad Hatter and friends. Oh yeah, there we go, everybody. Woo!
I make all the tea myself, so they're all different blends. I've done different research of all different herbs and spices and dried fruits. I try to make the tea for non-tea drinkers, so that way.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, it's working because I don't usually drink tea. I know you're not supposed to say that around the Mad Hatter, but it was very good. Each egg can be exchanged for a prize like candy or toys. What else could you ask for as thousands enjoy this happy holiday weekend? In Orion Township, Scott Walczek, Fox 2 News.
All right, well, adorable.